Hello and welcome. I'm just letting some people in and getting all the tech set up, and we'll get started
Recording for you,
shortly.
correct?
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Peace Mitchell. For those of you who haven't met me before, I'm the co-founder of Women Changing the World Awards, together with Dr. Terai Trent and also my sister, Katie Garner. And I'm very excited to be here. Before we begin, I would like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land that I live and work on, the people of Mamu country in North Queensland in Australia. And I would also like to acknowledge and pay my respects to traditional owners and elders, past and present, right across Australia and the Torres Strait. All right, so we are here today to talk about the Women Changing the World Regional Awards. And in particular, this is episode 2, where we will be going through how to write your awards application and answering the questions. So I have a presentation that I've put together that we'll go through. And then at the end of that, we'll have some time for questions. So I will get started right now. Let me just let let people in. Okay, and now I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. All right, hopefully everyone can see my screen now. So yes, these are the Women Changing the World Regional Awards. So we're recognizing women in the major regions across the world. So everywhere from the Asia Pacific region to the Americas region, Africa, the different parts of Asia, Europe, the UK. And we are looking for the incredible women who are really making a difference and doing incredible work in changing the world through the work that they do. So, one of the best ways to start when you're wanting to write your submission is to ask a friend, or you can put a post up on social media and get them to be really honest and share their thoughts and ideas about you and what they believe are your best and strongest strengths and achievements. It can be really helpful to get someone else's perspective because when we're just living it and doing the work every day, it's hard to see it from that angle. So when you get that feedback and an opinion from other people, it can be really helpful to see things the way they see them, and it might uncover some things that you hadn't even thought about, some strengths that you didn't even realize that you had, or achievements that you've achieved that you've been so busy that you didn't even pause to notice how significant that actually was. So I really think that's a great starting point when you're starting to jot down notes about what to write for your application. I also want you to think about what makes you stand out from the crowd. What is it that makes you different, that makes the work that you do so impactful or so powerful, or that makes such a difference in the world? So, what is different about you that makes you stand out from everyone else? So sometimes there's lots of other people doing the same kind of work, and that's okay. What you need to do is think about what is it that you do differently from them? What is it that you really excel in? It's also really important to be proud of your achievements and the impact that you're making. This is not a time to be shy or to be humble. We want you to tell the judges exactly how incredible you are. It's a time to really talk up the work that you're doing and be proud of yourself and the impact that you're making in the world. It's your time to shine. So just be really confident and be excited and enthusiastic about who you are and the work you're doing. I feel like that's really important. We see women who are, very shy, they don't want to brag, they don't want to big note themselves. And so they write applications that undersell the work that they're doing. We want you to really talk it up and talk about the great things you're doing because we know that there are women doing incredible work and our judges need to hear that. So it's really important that you read the questions carefully and you make sure that your answers actually correspond to what the question's asking for. So think about the keywords and the achievements that the judges may be looking for as well. Often, if you're working in a field which is about sustainability, think about what some of those keywords that judges would be looking for there. What would the kind of impacts that a judge who was judging a sustainability category, what kind of impacts would they be looking for? And when you're answering your questions, try and build in those keywords and things that you think the judges would be looking for those questions. I think it's really important to get a friend to check your answers for grammar and typos. And also, too, this is really important to ensure that what you've written makes sense, especially for someone who doesn't know your work and what you do. So, often when we're in it, we're doing it every day. It comes naturally to us. It's difficult for us to articulate what it actually is that we do in a clear way. And so having a friend help you to get that story right, and to really think about someone who has no idea what you're doing, and be able to explain that to them in a clear way is really important. So yeah, if you can get a friend to check over your answers, it's a great idea. I always love to set the mood for creative writing. So make sure that you've got some space and time set aside to go through the answers carefully and properly. So you don't want to leave it to the last minute where you're really busy and there's all things happening and it's chaos and you've got notifications and other jobs to do, and you're trying to quickly write the answers. In those situations, I find myself that I don't do my best work. Whereas if I'm able to, set some time aside, an hour or two for myself where I can just, light a candle, have a quiet space, and not have any interruptions for that set period of time, that then I'm able to create a space where ideas will flow and I'm able to answer the questions properly. Whereas if I'm feeling rushed and chaotic and interrupted, it's much harder to articulate what you want to say and be able to write it down. So, yeah, think about how you can create time and space to just dedicate to writing the answers to your application questions. So when you're writing, write as if you're talking to a friend. Yes, we want you to impress the judges, but if you're using technical terms or industry jargon, they might not understand what you're talking about. It's better to just explain things in a normal way and tell a story. Engage the judges, make them want to read more about you and learn more about the work you're doing. The other thing is to keep it brief. Our judges have so many nominations to read through, so it's important that you keep it tight and punchy, and it needs to be really clear and concise. So you've got to get your message through. You've only got 150 words. Be careful with your words. Edit words that don't need to be in there. Make it show, tell your story, but keep it brief, keep it tight, keep it interesting and engaging for the judges. So we'll go through the questions now. The first question is tell us about yourself. So this is really where you write your bio. It's the judge's first impression of you. They're going to read through and get a sense of who you are as a person. So it's not just about writing what your job title is. They want to learn about your values, what you're passionate about, your journey, um, your key story in 2 to 3 points, and what is your why or your mission. They want to have those things coming through. The second question is to tell us about your work. As I was saying before, you want to explain what you're doing in a way that someone who's never met you before, who's not familiar with your industry, can understand what it is that you do and why that work you do is so important. You want to talk about how you're making a difference in the world. You want to talk about the kind of people that you're working with and and how you're doing what you do, and really thinking about the impact you're making as well. Next slide. Okay, I'm just having a little bit of a tech problem. I'm just going to stop share and reload and see if that helps. Just give me a moment. While you're waiting for me, I would love you to introduce yourself to each other in the comments. Okay, trying that again. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, our next question is, what inspired you to start this work? So this is your real opportunity for storytelling. We want to hear your origin story, share your personal journey. Why is it that you do what you do? Um, think about things like the moment that you knew this was time to start, the problem that you saw and that you wanted to solve, the gap in the market, or a life-changing experience. Like, why is it that you do what you do? Why is it so important to you to do this work in the world? Make it emotional. Judges connect to that storytelling the same way that everyone else does. So this is your opportunity to tell your story in a really powerful and emotional way to connect with the judges. Okay. What makes what you do special or unique is your next question. So we briefly touched on this before. You really want to show what sets you apart and what makes you stand out from the crowd in the work that you're doing. You might be doing charity, which there's lots and lots of other charities which are doing similar work. So think about what it is that you're doing or how you're doing it that really is making an impact or is different and special and unique from what all the others are doing. You want to think about, yeah, why you're making an impact, why you're doing what you're doing, and how it is special and unique. And you can use proof like testimonials or reviews or feedback from community to really illustrate what makes you special and unique as well. Question 5, what has been your greatest challenge and how have you addressed this? Now, when you see this question, you might be thinking, okay, I've got to talk about a challenge, but it's not just about talking about the challenge. You're really talking about how you overcame that challenge. Now, that challenge can be anything. It can be something related to your work. It might be a personal challenge that happened in your life. It's not about the size of the challenge that you faced, because I know there's lots of people who have faced massive challenges. It's about what you did to overcome that challenge. So the personal qualities that made you get through that. How were you resilient through that process? What strategies and techniques did you use to overcome that challenge? Did you have to call in people to help you? What was it that you did that helped you through that challenging time? And why was that so significant? And think about the lessons that you learned along the way. That's another great thing that you can put in to your answer as well. What it taught you, how you came out stronger. So, question 6, what have been your top 3 greatest achievements in the past 12 months? This is one of my favorite questions, as I know that all of the nominees who are answering this question have to give themselves a moment to reflect on how far they've come in the last 12 months. And it doesn't matter if you don't make it through as a finalist or if you don't end up as a winner, just having this moment to reflect and celebrate what you've achieved in the last 12 months is really powerful. So really think about what is it, what are the amazing things that you've done? Often we're so busy, we achieve things and we're straight on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, without really taking that time to look back on what we've achieved. So really think about achievements that have a measurable outcome if you're able to. So if you've got percentage growth or an increase in the impact that you're making, if you've had media opportunities, if you've had increased global reach or community reach, think about those kind of things that are measurable that you can talk about. But you can also talk about other things that aren't as measurable, but that are significant and meaningful to you as well. So, any kind of achievements that really align with your mission or take your impact further are really powerful. And think about the bigger impact because of this. What's changed now? What are you able to do in the future because this has happened? So, really think about those things as well. So, why were these achievements significant and what do you attribute your achievements to? So, maybe you've got a great team around you who helped you achieve these goals. Maybe you were able to like up level with your mindset, and that's something you can talk about, the fact that you've overcome a mindset shift and that helped you achieve this goal. Think about why each of these wins mattered to you and your work and your community. How were they significant? Why were they significant? What will this enable you to do in the future? And who helped you to get to where you are? And also make sure you own your role. Like, even if you're part of a team, what was your role in driving this and making this happen? And talk about the part that you played in achieving each of these achievements that you've made. So, question 8, what's your big picture vision? So, this is really dreaming big, thinking about the future. This is another one of my favorite questions because it really can help you to get clarity around where you're going. Um, yes, you've achieved a lot in the last 12 months. What's the next 12 months going to look like? What's the next 5 years going to look like? How about in 10 years? Where do you see your organization or your work being then? What impact will that have made in that time? Really think about those things, what your vision is for the work that you're doing, why you're doing it, and what the impact is that you want to see happening. Really allow yourself to dream big and think about the strategy and the steps that you'll take to get there. Um, yeah, it's a great opportunity to really think about where you're going, what you're doing, and why this matters. So this is a really important question, particularly if you're nominated for a number of different categories. So sometimes your answers will be very similar, but for this question, they should be different for if you're going in a number of categories, for every category you're entering, this should be a different answer. So why should you be recognized for this category in particular? So talk about why your work matters, the impact, your ripple effect, the values you live and lead by, and how that relates to this category in particular. So you might be going for an innovation award. So that's where you talk about innovation, or perhaps this is a category for sustainability. So then you want to talk about you should be recognized for sustainability for all of these reasons. So yeah, make sure that your answer to this question is tailored to the category that you're applying for. And really make the judges feel proud to support you. Show your heart and your impact and really back yourself. Like, this is where we don't want you to be humble. You need to say, I deserve this. I've worked hard. This is the impact we've made. And I do deserve to be recognized in this category. All right, so those were the questions. These are some of the dates. So we've decided the Americas region dates will close this week. So on the 26th of September is the closing date for North America, South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. Um, And their applications, your applications for the Americas region, all have to be in by the 28th of September, which is this Sunday. But for the other regions, we have decided to extend the dates to give you some more time. So nominations for the other regions close on the 26th of October, and your completed applications are due on the 31st of October. The Americas Awards are being announced in Vancouver at an in-person event at the Hilton Vancouver downtown. And then the other regions are being announced as an online announcement. Except for two countries who now have their own licensees, Women Changing the World licensees. We've got Nazello in South Africa, and the South African Awards will be happening in March of next year. And we also have Camilla in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Those awards are happening in February next year. So super exciting to see those two events happening as well in the new year. But yeah, the other awards, the other regions will be presented online during our online summit. We're holding a Women Changing the World online summit. I think I've got a slide about it. So yeah, so the online summits will be happening throughout November, and there's speaking opportunities if that's something you're interested in doing as part of the online summit. As I said, we'll be doing the awards presentations for each of the regions, and we'll have more dates in the program about the online summit coming very soon. It'll also include the launch of Begin It Now. So the Begin It Now launch festival will be part of the Women Changing the World online summit happening all through November. So yes, more details coming out about that. But if you would like to be a speaker as part of the online summit, then there's tickets available to organize that now. The summit is absolutely free for everyone to attend, so it will be broadcast live and globally, so anybody can tune in and be part of the summit. But if you'd like to be a presenter, then there's tickets available to do that as well. So that's pretty exciting. It's the first time we've done that format for the Women Changing the World. So, as I was saying, we are going to Vancouver for the Women Changing the World Americas region. They will be having a summit and awards happening in Vancouver, in Canada, on the 6th of November. So, tickets are on sale for that event at the moment as well. There are speaking opportunities, they are filling super fast. So, if you are interested in coming to Vancouver and speaking on stage, please get in touch with us ASAP because, yeah, spots are filling really fast. It's going to be super exciting. We will be launching our brand new book, Begin It Now, as well, which is also super exciting. We've got quite a few of our authors who are going to be there for book signings, and there'll be an author panel as well. So it's going to be a pretty amazing event if you're able to come and join us in Vancouver. All right, and that's my presentation. So we now have time for some questions. So I'm going to stop sharing and open the floor. So would anybody like to ask a question or just jump in and say hi? Love to hear from you.
I have a quick question about the closing of the application.
Hi,
Uh,
Alexis.
Hello, I'm Alexis. I'm from Chicago, and I apologize. I'm very not feeling well today. What is there a certain time because different time
So
zones?
yes,
That
with the time zones. So what we've done is we looked at the whole world map and all of the time zones, and we officially go by the last time zone in the world, which is I think it's the Kiribati timeline. So yeah, it's the 26th of September, but it's the 28th of September is the
28.
closing date. But yeah, that last time zone. So yes, as long as
So,
you're in by midnight your time, you'll be fine.
well, I will be. I'm flying that day, so
Okay.
I'm finishing this in a hotel room on
Yeah.
the West Coast timeline. So that works well.
That's good. Very good. Amazing. Thanks, Alexis. Who else would
Good,
like to jump in and say hi?
good day, ladies.
Hi,
Uh,
Lynn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Saying good day from Tampa Bay in Florida.
Beautiful.
Um, yes, actually, I just found out about my nomination last evening.
Yes.
So I am like trying to play catch up and
Mhm.
find out about all of this like right now. It is unexpected, but I'm absolutely excited about it.
Oh,
A
congratulations,
little
Lynn.
caught off guard, but you know,
Yeah.
all of that. So,
Same
Yeah.
here,
um,
Lynn. So that's why I'm
yes.
kind of like, ah.
Yes, and you know, trying to get all my ducks in a row and all of that.
Yes.
Um, I was kind of like looking over everything, and you really have answered my question. I just thought, you know, 100 to 150 words when I was thinking that, and then thinking of everything that we should put in there. Um, I guess I don't know. I feel like my time is short to ask like maybe my social media a question and for them to get back to me and for me to be prepared. So I'm kind of having anxiety if I'm being real
Oh,
about it.
yes. That's
um,
okay. Look, if you
yeah.
want to write your question, your answers as dot points, that
Mm-hmm.
might be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And just,
Okay.
yes, just start jotting down ideas now.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can set aside an
Just go
hour or
from there.
two, yeah,
Yeah.
across the
Mhm.
weekend, maybe if you can find a little bit of quiet time, I don't know, get up early or stay up a
Yeah.
little later and just have some quiet time to put your answers together. I think you'll be okay. I believe in you,
Mm.
Lynn. I think you can do this.
Thank you for believing in me,
And
Peace.
congratulations. Congratulations on being
Thank
nominated.
you.
Super exciting. Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks, Lynn. Who else wants to jump in and say hi?
I'll say hello and
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you, Peace.
You too.
You're looking beautiful, which I know has to be hard because you're traveling all over the place all the time. No, I wanted to also just say that don't get too caught up like in your head about it. Like I made my post of what are my strengths and what are my things while we were sitting here. Um, so I just want to encourage you, Lynn, and whoever else that might be feeling nervous or like it's last minute, you got this. And if you need somebody to just like be a cheerleader, you can find me. I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on Facebook and I'm here for you guys. Just because the world's nerve-wracking as enough as it is. And so
I love that. That's
just
beautiful.
let you know that you're not alone. So if you need something, I'm here.
Mm, thank you, Jenlyn. And what great advice. She's already put the post up on social media. You
Mm,
could just do it right now.
mm.
Hey everyone, what do you think my strengths and achievements are? I'm applying for an awards. What should I write? And you never know what things will come through. So
Beautiful
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
We'll come back with beautiful, beautiful things.
Yeah.
And it'll be really cool because you'll be like, man, I would have never thought to say that about myself. And that's it. I love
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Jenlyn. So sweet. Amazing. All right. Who else would like
Hi,
to say hi?
I can jump in and say hello. I'm Jessica or Jessie, and I'm in San Francisco. And I was sort of feeling the same thing as you, Jenna Lynn, just wanting to offer support. And just say it's, I think, so difficult for some of us culturally, socially, as
Mm,
women to like sing our own praises and recognize our worth and our achievements. And so I have definitely felt that. And I think you did such a great job piece of encouraging us to, this is not your moment to be humble. This is your moment to
mm,
shine and really reflect on what you've achieved. So I hope as you compose a reflection of yourselves, you allow yourselves to do what peace has guided us to do, which is just see yourself in your fullness and share that because that's what those judges want to hear. And that's what everyone is there to cheer you on because you're doing such great things in the world. Um, yeah.
Ah, thank you, Jessica. And Jesse, you were in London with us earlier this year. Can you tell people a bit about what your awards experience has been like and the people you've met and all those kind of things?
Absolutely. I was similar to you, Lynn. My friend Wendy nominated me, and she actually won an award at the America's Awards last year. She supports education in Nepal. She's amazing, and my neighbor, she just lives a block away from me here. And I just had not even connected with this organization, and was honored to be nominated, similar to you all felt the feelings that you're feeling, filling out information about myself, and really that's why I wanted to join. I didn't join this last time, and I just did it and really felt uncomfortable writing about myself and just getting to know this group and how supportive and encouraging they are for us to like really see ourselves and share. I feel like I'll be able to do it even better this time and having joined this. And London was incredible. You are just there with a group that has coordinated the most beautiful, empowering, supportive event, and they have filled it with amazing women or non-binary folks from all around the world that are connecting, like stepping into themselves, like stepping into their own fullness in that moment, and allowing themselves to be seen and appreciated for what they contribute in such different ways from every category you can imagine: tech, health, literature, education, just everything you can think of. So it was just really nourishing and inspiring and beautiful, and just such a cool event and community to connect with.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, London was pretty special, wasn't it? Incredible people from all over the world together in the room, and yeah, that energy was magical. Magical. We had representation from 55 different countries this year in the Global Awards, which was super exciting as well. This is only our third year of holding these awards, and each year it just gets more and more magical. And yeah, I just feel so honored to be part of it and to be connecting with incredible women all over the world doing such powerful, impactful, world-changing work. Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you, Jessie. Hi, Anika. Hello.
Hi, I just wanted to say hi. I don't have any specific questions, but I'm also from San Francisco, so I wanted to say hello. I was also
Amazing.
here last year, but I didn't get to attend the awards in person. I'm a bit young, and the tickets were a little expensive, even though I really wanted to go in person. But it's so inspiring to be a part of the community in any way, and I loved hearing everyone's stories, and everyone's just incredible. So I just want to say hi.
Hi. And we recognize that there's lots of people who can't make it in person. And that's why I'm so excited about the online summit this year, that you'll get to hear from some of these incredible women as they give their presentations and speak. It's super inspiring and amazing stories. So, yeah, beautiful to have you here, Anika. And how cool San Francisco represent. That's very cool.
Yes. But yes, very excited for the online summit this year.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. All right, everyone. Oh, Alexis, did you want to jump
Yeah,
in?
you did. Where do we find information about speaking at the online?
It's on the website. If you
Okay,
go to the ticket page about the summit for Vancouver, the information's there. It's actually
great.
wcwawards.com/America's Summit. And it's
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, like Lynn, having just found out about this
Yeah.
overnight, I haven't had time to do exploring yet.
Yes. Yeah, no,
So
that's okay. More information will be coming out about the online summit as well. There'll be newsletters and things too. So
awesome.
amazing. Any more questions? Anyone want to jump in before we wrap up?
Just quickly, I just
Yeah.
thought about something. The email that I received information from WCW from is not the email that I'd like to use. If I send the application back under a different email, would that make a difference?
That would be great. Yeah, use the email that you want to use.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
when you fill in like the online.
okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Amazing. All right, everyone. Well, I'll wrap up now. If you have any questions about anything, just get in touch. It's awards@thewomenchangingtheworld.com. And yeah, good luck with your applications. All right, I'll see you all next time.
Doing this.
Bye for
Thanks for your
now.
All right.
time.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
good
guys.
day. evening. Bye bye.